Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
For Tampa Bay.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week, as he said. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it. He loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Taken down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Christian McCaffrey.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 41, Bridgewater gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Buccaneers' 34-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he slings one that's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Bridgewater. Going deep here for Landry. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. 6-0 our score after one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Pickup of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down. The shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Is the distance on the punt there, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to lead to a third down.
5.
Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And the Bucs are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Vaughn. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
About a half yard from the end zone. Third and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
O.J. Howard, incomplete. It's fourth down and goal at the 4-yard line.
So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
It's 2nd and inches at the 49-yard line.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Out of the shotgun is Jones. 2 yards, good enough for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get it.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Throwing is Bridgewater. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Bridgewater on 1st down. Right side, it's McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. To the air again with Bridgewater. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Bridgewater getting this complete to McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And 6.
And again, it's Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
No good.
Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the posts.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And we're back now in Charlotte as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 9, Panthers 7.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. This is caught at the 20. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. they've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Dancing to his left. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On the move to his left. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Today's final.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Buccaneers, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Panthers,